This is the history of the Arthrokinematic restoration system. So back in early 2000s, I was a steeplechase runner at Humboldt State University, and I was hurdling and fell on a bent knee. That pushed the tibia backwards and it partially tore the PCL. So I continue to have a partial PCL tear in my right knee. So here I've got my intact cruciate ligaments, and here I have my excessive mobility in my knee, and it looks like an ACL because it shifts forward, but that's just because with gravity I have that sag, that tibial sag due to the PCL tear. And I have had pain in the knee ever since until I started implementing the arthrokinematic restoration system. So what I found over the years, and when in school I was told strengthen the quads, and so I would notice I could do an open chain exercise, 3 sets, 10 reps of 30 to 50 pounds on my quads in open chain and have less pain during a run the following day. And I also spent time doing hamstring stretches and noticed that that was helpful. But then when I was getting into my later 30s, I was still having problems, and what we learn is excessive mobility on an unstable joint leads to osteoarthritis. So I anticipated that I was breaking down the joint. With that being said, I went to just get x-ray radiographs to look at the integrity of the joint, and the joint was beautiful. So what was going on? I was having pain in the knee. It wasn't stopping or limiting me, but starting to notice that it was progressing, and wanted to investigate and was willing to change my activity based on what was going on in the body. So in school we learn joint mobilizations, grade 1 through 4, and then the 5th mobilization for high velocity, low amplitude thrusts, but these sticking within just the joint mobilizations of grade 1 through 4, we can use them to restore the glide in the joint. And those are manual techniques. The research shows that they can help with pain. However, when I would use and reposition my tibia, I could get the pain to go away, but I couldn't keep it there. So I started to think, well, what can I do to restore this glide? And what it came down to was I would release the hamstring, and then I would stretch the hamstring, and then I would strengthen the quad. And since I started doing that, I have had no pain in the knee. I'm able to go back to running without pain in the knee. I wake up and I don't even think about something had happened. And I had had pain for about at least 13 years plus, and am now able to be in a better state now than I was 20 years ago. So I started to take this concept and apply it to different joints in the body, and have utilized it in different situations, and have found that it has been a very helpful tool in helping to alleviate chronic pain. And that is what this course is going to be about, is the arthrokinematic restoration system, and I hope you enjoy it. This is the history of the arthrokinematic restoration system.